Hi everyone, happy Memorial Day. In today's video we're going to be making some chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. These cookies are both delicious and very forgiving. So if you're looking for an easy first cookie to make, this is a great one to start with. Now before we get started on going over our ingredients for this recipe, go ahead and set your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll be cooking today at a high altitude, so if you are cooking at a lower altitude, you can cook at a slightly lower temperature. In either case, the ingredients you will need for this recipe are 3 cups of rolled or quick oats, 1½ cups of flour, 3/4 a cup of brown sugar. Be sure to press it into your 3/4 cupper so that it's compacted. 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1 to 2 cups of chocolate chips. Today I have a milk chocolate chip and some semi-sweet chocolate chips. 14 tablespoons of butter, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now that we have all of our ingredients, let's start by creaming the butter and adding our 2 sugars to it. Today I'll be using an automatic mixer just to move things along steadily. First, we'll start off by adding our 14 tablespoons of butter. This butter has a nice scale with all the tablespoons on the side of it. In any case, we're going to chop off 14 tablespoons. Next, we'll cream the butter and add our sugars. Once our 2 sugars and our butter are mixed together, we'll grab our 2 eggs and our teaspoon of vanilla extract. First, we'll add our teaspoon of vanilla extract. Next, we'll add our 2 eggs. Now that all these are mixed together, let's head back over to our ingredients. For this next portion, take your 1.5 cups of flour and you'll add 1/2 teaspoon of salt to it. Then add a tablespoon of baking soda. We'll mix these 3 things together. Make sure they're nicely blended, and then we'll take this flour mixture along with our oats and our chocolate chips back over to the blender. First things first, we will add our flour mixture to our main bowl. We'll mix that up first. Next, we'll add our 3 cups of oats. Next up, we'll add our chocolate chips. I have a cup of milk chocolate and a cup of semi-sweet. You may only need 1.5 cups, but just make sure you have enough so that there's enough chocolate chips in every cookie. Once your dough is all set and you have your chocolate chips and your oats mixed in, we'll go ahead and start baking them. When it comes to cooking cookies, you can cook it either on a breadstone or on a cookie sheet. Either way, it's great to start with 1 cookie at a time, and then once you've figured out the proper time and ratio of everything, then you can start cooking them all in batches. So today we're going to start with a ball about 1 inch and cook that for about 8 to 10 minutes. Again, this will be at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and once we have a gauge on what time is cooking right for this cookie, we'll start cooking them in batches. Here's our cookie after 9 minutes. We'll check the underside of the cookie as well as the middle. Alright, so the cookie's looking pretty good. I think we found our winner for today. This cookie was cooked at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 9 minutes. Now we can start cooking in batches. And here we have our finished cookies. I made myself a cup of coffee just for the occasion. We'll enjoy after the show. But before we get to that, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the recipe and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe down below and I will see you in the next video. Totally. Fantastic. Alright, well that's the character. I got it. Mine could just went for the traditional Americano today. Bon appetit. We'll see you next time.